Hi. So I'm here sitting at church waiting for Gabe while he is playing drums with the young adults worship team. And as I'm trying to record today's video and think about today's growth law, I'm reminded of how much environment matters. So today is day 6 of my 15-day reflection on John Maxwell's 15 Invaluable Laws of Growth. And today's law is the law of environment. And here's the plain English version. Sometimes the problem is not your potential. Sometimes the problem is your environment. Think about that. When I look at Gabe today, playing drums at church, growing in confidence, serving, connecting, becoming more of himself, and standing a little taller, I'm reminded that this did not happen overnight. Over many years, we as his parents have intentionally tried to find environments where he could thrive. One of the biggest decisions we made was moving from Sydney to Perth. We wanted a less hectic, less fast-paced environment for Gabe and for our family. We also wanted a life where if we needed to rely on one income for a season to support Gabe and also his brother, we could, having that freedom of choice. Looking back now, it has proven to be one of the best decisions we ever made. But honestly, it wasn't easy for me at all. It took me almost 3 years to settle down and fully accept that Perth would be our long-term home. I love it now, of course. So sometimes the right environment still requires adjustment. It still requires some sacrifice. It does not always feel comfortable right away. We also tried 3 different churches before we finally found our current church home, the Rocks. And over the last 6 years here, Gabe has grown and thrived in so many different areas. Not because everything is perfect, but because the environment has given him space, encouragement, safety, opportunities, and people who truly see him for who he is. And that is what the law of environment reminds me. Growth happens better in the right environment. So here are 3 plain English reminders. Number 1, the right environment does not remove effort, but it gives effort somewhere to grow. Gabe still had to practice, still had to show up. He still has to learn and to stretch. But the right environment helps his effort becomes growth. Number 2, sometimes love means intentionally finding places where people can thrive. For our children, for ourselves, for our family, for our calling, sometimes we need to ask, where does this person feel safe enough to grow? Where are they supported and not just tolerated? Where are they challenged with being accepted as themselves? Number 3, growth often requires an environment audit. Is this environment helping me become who God is calling me to be? Or is it keeping me small? Is this environment helping my child grow? Or is it constantly making them feel misunderstood and overlooked? Is this environment strengthening my faith, my wisdom, courage, and peace? Or is it draining it? And this is not just about physical places. An environment can be emotional, spiritual, relational, digital. For example, what we listen to, who we learn from, what rooms we place ourselves in, the people we keep around us, and what voices we keep giving access to our hearts and mind. Because sometimes growth starts when we stop blaming our potential and start paying attention to our environment. Be blessed and see you in the next video.